Howdy, this is Severely0, and today we are going to be testing the claim that only the Onryo is able to blow out the same firelight within 20 seconds of the previous blowout. It's believed that there's a 20-second cooldown between how fast a ghost can blow out the same firelight, meaning that if you have multiple firelights, you can blow out all three in very short succession, regardless of the ghost type. Now, with this cooldown, it doesn't apply to the Onryo's ability to prevent a hunt on that fourth blowout, or that third blowout, when it uses the fourth one as a prevention. So we have an Onryo here on Tanglewood in the front hallway. The blowout radius of a firelight is 4 meters, so it should cover the entire room plus a little bit more. So we're going to use a modified desktop link smudge timer, where the hotkey is set to the light key, so when I light the timer it starts it. It'll be counting up, it'll be silent, but we should be able to use it to see how quickly it's blowing out the candles. So if the theory is correct, I should light it, it should blow it out, wait 20 seconds or more, blow it out again, wait 20 seconds or more, blow it out again, and on that one, it'll be half a second to 6 seconds later that it'll blow it out to prevent that hunt, and then the cycle starts over. So we're gonna try and get through the cycle a couple of times without dying. We are at 100%, so activity and events are going to be a little bit lower than it would be if I'm at 0, but we want to have the best chance of testing this without the ghost hunting us. But with that being said, there's a chance that I die, and if that happens, we'll still take the footage and analyze it because it'll show us if we had it right or not in the end. So let's go ahead and start this. So ignore the timer for now just because I lit it. We'll want to pay attention to the timer after this one has been extinguished and relit. Okay, so our 20 seconds has started. It shouldn't blow this out again for another at least 12 seconds. Okay, that's the second blowout. On the third blowout here in 13 seconds or more, we should see it be very quick. It could even be less than a couple seconds. You saw it there, it blew it out again at 5 seconds. So that was shorter than 20. So that technically counted as the first blowout. So we're waiting for the second blowout, which should happen after 20 seconds. I think you'll get the gist of it, and I'll just keep announcing which blowout and when we should expect the shorter ones. Second blowout, so this one should be 20 seconds or more. That puts me at 90% sanity, so I think we're still okay. So I can blow it out again, and when it blows this one out, the time in between blowouts should be less than 20 seconds. So 3 seconds. Second blowout, so another 20 seconds before it can blow it out again. And there's the short blowout. So I feel like this pattern is pretty predictable for the Onryo. So if I were to keep following the pattern, it will, when you light it and it blows it out the first time, 20-second cooldown, which all ghosts supposedly have. You light it a second time, blowout, 20-second cooldown. When it blows it out the third time, it activates the ability, it tries to hunt, another lit candle prevents the hunt, which is why it's able to blow out the candle in quick succession under 20 seconds. So I feel like that's pretty good evidence of the Onryo's ability in general, and it did follow that pattern of at least 20 seconds, at least 20 seconds, shorter than 10 seconds really, but shorter than 20 seconds. And it was a repeatable, expectable pattern. So let's go ahead and show that it is an Onryo.
Welcome back.
Which it is.
There's some jobs ready
So
for you.
we've seen that it can blow out the candle faster than 20 seconds when it's using its ability, but when it's not trying to hunt from its ability, the spacing between blowouts is still 20 seconds. So I feel that this is a good start to this. I will be back when we have a different ghost that's not an Onryo, and we'll try it with a couple other ghosts for 15-20 minutes on each one, just showing that it never blows out the candle sooner than 20 seconds. And if we can prove that, I don't think we can prove it because it'd be proving a negative, but we can comfortably say that it's a plausible explanation, and that we can say that if the ghost blows out the same candle twice within 20 seconds, it has to be an Onryo because of its ability. So I'll be back with another ghost. So we are back with a not Onryo, back on Tanglewood. I'm not sure what the ghost type is, but it didn't have orbs, so we know it's not an Onryo. So we're going to perform pretty much the same test. I've cleared the room of interactable objects. I don't know if that helps, but just for peace of mind, we've got a single firelight. We're going to light it multiple times, and once we have it going, we'll just keep track of how long it's been in between blowouts. With this ghost for the next 20 minutes, we should never see two blowouts happen within 20 seconds of each other. So right now the timer's going just because of the hotkeys I have it set to, but the timer won't matter until the first blowout. So let's do this. Okay, now the timer counts. I think that's the shortest one we've had at 24 seconds. Okay, so that's been just about 20 minutes sitting in the same spot relighting a candle. And the shortest time that we saw in between was about 22 to 23 seconds. The second shortest was 24 seconds. The majority of them happened between 40 seconds and a minute 15 seconds. So let's go ahead and close this up and show that it's not an Onryo. So based on this 20-minute portion of the test, it's starting to show a lot that this could very well be the case, that there's a cooldown of 20 seconds on these, especially because personally with this one, the shortest we saw was a 22-23 second, and that is over the 20-second threshold. And the rest of the ZN research team has been testing this as well, just not video recording it, and the shortest time we've had with them is 22 seconds. So I'm going to go find one more ghost that's not an Onryo, and we'll repeat the 20-minute process just to solidify that it's really not blowing anything out faster than 20 seconds. So I'll be back with that. We are back with one more not Onryo. We're going to repeat the same thing we did last time. We'll do 20 minutes of just watching this be lit, and we'll time it. See how long it takes in between, and hopefully we don't see anything under 20 seconds. Just a reminder, ignore the timer until we have the first blowout. Okay. The timer is now something to watch. Right at 20 seconds. So it has been another 20 minutes with a non-Onryo. Let's go ahead and head back to the lobby just to make sure that it wasn't, which I'm pretty sure it's not.
Welcome back.
Okay.
I've prepared some jobs for you.
So we've now done 3 tests, one with an Onryo, 2 with not an Onryo. And with the Phantom that we saw before, the shortest time we saw between blowouts was 22 to 23 seconds. We also saw a 24-second one. And with this Moroid, the shortest time we saw was 20 seconds dead on. But then we also had a 24-second and a 29-second, I think. but the vast majority of them were 40 seconds to over a minute. So I think there is something to the claim that there is a 20-second cooldown on firelights. Again, there's no definitive way to prove that the cooldown is 20 seconds, but I feel like we're at a point where it is extremely plausible given the evidence that we've seen from these two ghosts. And even with the Onryo, when it was on the blowouts that weren't causing hunts, it was waiting more than 20 seconds for those. The only ones that we saw that were shorter than 20 seconds is the third blowout from an Onryo, which immediately led to a blowout that was preventing the hunt that it caused. So we are declaring this one plausible. This is something that we'll probably add to the cheat sheet, again with the disclaimer that we think this is the way it is, but please be mindful that it hasn't been verified by the developers themselves. I think we'll also take this point to say, if you are able to disprove any of the ones on the cheat sheet that are marked as not verified fully, please join our Discord and give us some video evidence that it doesn't work, because we want to make sure that the information that we're giving is accurate. But honestly, the easiest way to test is to have tens of thousands of people test it, become aware that this is something that could happen. With the shade one a while back, we were able to say that we're pretty confident that it can't blow out firelights while it's hunting in the same room as you, and we've already had people claim that they can definitively rule out shade or guess shade correctly based on that. So we're hoping we're able to do the same thing here with Onryos. So the wording that we'll probably add to the cheat sheet based on this is, if the ghost blows out the same firelight twice within 20 seconds, it is an Onryo. It can't be used as an elimination test, but it can be used as a confirmation test for the Onryo. So if there's anything else that you want us to research, or you want to talk about the game, or you have questions, please join us on our Discord. We'll be happy to answer them there. We are also starting to accept research requests, so if there's something you've heard and you want tested, we're happy to do it. So we hope to see you there, and thank you so much.